As we get older, we all develop our own routines. Some of us start the day with a cup of coffee, others wind down with the evening news, or maybe it's taking care of the grandkids or keeping the front yard tidy. These are the little things that shape our lives and give us a sense of stability. But sometimes, certain changes begin to get in the way, especially when they start to affect something as important as sleep. Many men over 60 find themselves waking up at night to use the bathroom. Once, twice, even 3 times a night. It might seem like a small thing at first, but soon enough you realize you went to bed at a good hour and still woke up feeling tired. The day starts not with energy, but with exhaustion. And you begin to wonder, is this just age, or is there something more to it? The truth is, frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom aren't just a normal part of aging, like people often say. They're a signal. And a signal isn't a problem, it's an opportunity. An opportunity to make a few small changes that can bring real relief. And one of the easiest, most effective places to start is by looking at what you eat and drink. It might not cross your mind, but certain foods and drinks can directly affect your bladder. They might irritate it, or increase the amount of urine your body produces at night. And that means more trips to the bathroom, and less restful sleep. I want to tell you about it, simple, real-life examples. Not as a doctor giving you instructions, but as a friend who wants you to feel better, sleep better, and wake up stronger. Because the truth is, you deserve a good night's sleep, a clear mind in the morning, and a day full of energy. At any age. And it's never too late to take care of yourself. Just imagine going through the night without waking up, not because you had to, but because you were fully rested. It's possible. And it can start with something as simple as the choices you make at dinner. The next time you're deciding what to drink or snack on before bed, keep this conversation in mind. Sometimes a small choice, like skipping your cup of coffee in the evening or avoiding salty snacks, can make a difference in your entire night. And your morning after. Before we jump in, let me ask you, are you here because nighttime bathroom trips are keeping you awake, or because you want to help someone you care about finally get a full night's rest? If that's you, drop a quick comment below that says sleep peacefully. It lets me know this video is reaching the right people. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe to Senior Longevity Tips. Every day, we share practical, life-changing advice to help men over 60 live stronger, sleep better, and feel their best. Let's start with one of the biggest culprits, something almost all of us enjoy, caffeine. Whether it's a strong morning coffee, a glass of iced tea with lunch, or even a bit of chocolate after dinner, caffeine finds its way into our day without much thought. But here's the thing, caffeine doesn't just give you a jolt of energy. It also acts as a diuretic, a substance that makes your body produce more urine. That means, the more caffeine you consume, especially later in the day, the more likely it is that your bladder will be working overtime while you sleep. And it's not just coffee. Caffeine hides in many drinks and foods. Black tea, green tea, and even decaf still have some caffeine. Sodas like cola and many energy drinks. Chocolate and cocoa-based desserts. You might be thinking, but I've always had coffee in the evening. It never used to bother me. That's fair. But as we age, our body's ability to process and tolerate certain things changes. What didn't affect you at 40 might have a very different impact at 65. Even small adjustments, like switching to herbal tea in the evening, or moving your last cup of coffee to earlier in the day, can make a noticeable difference. Now, no one's saying you have to give up your morning coffee. That first cup can still be yours, warm, comforting, familiar, but being mindful of when you drink it, and how much, especially later in the day, can be a powerful step toward fewer bathroom visits at night. Because good sleep doesn't just happen. Sometimes, it's gently protected, with smart, simple choices that respect your body's needs. And remember, this isn't about restriction. It's about relief. About giving yourself the best possible chance to rest deeply, and wake up with more energy, more clarity, more comfort. Now let's talk about another common part of daily life, one that might surprise you: alcohol. For many, a glass of wine with dinner or a cold beer in the evening is a simple pleasure. It can feel like a way to relax after a long day, especially when shared with friends or during a quiet moment alone. And that's perfectly understandable. But alcohol, just like caffeine, stimulates the kidneys and increases urine production. It also has a tendency to disrupt your sleep cycle, even if you don't fully wake up. You may not remember turning over or stirring, but your sleep might be lighter, more fragmented, and that often leads to more frequent awakenings and more trips to the bathroom. On top of that, alcohol can irritate the bladder, making it more sensitive and reactive. For men who are already dealing with age-related changes to the prostate or urinary system, this extra irritation can tip the balance from manageable to frustrating. Now, let's be clear. This isn't about giving up alcohol completely, unless you choose to. It's about being aware of timing and quantity. For example, try to avoid alcohol within 3 to 4 hours of bedtime. If you enjoy a drink, have it with dinner, not after. Hydrate with water earlier in the day to support your system without overloading it at night. Sometimes it's not about what you do, but when you do it. The goal isn't to remove joy, it's to protect your sleep, your energy, and your peace of mind. You've earned your rest, and a few small adjustments can go a long way in helping you sleep through the night more comfortably. And if that means waking up with a clearer head, more strength in your step, and less grogginess, that's a trade well worth making. Another thing to consider, one that's easy to overlook, is carbonated drinks. Sodas, sparkling water, energy drinks, they may seem harmless. Some even come in zero sugar, or diet, versions, which might feel like the smarter choice. But when it comes to nighttime trips to the bathroom, fizzy drinks can quietly work against you. First, many carbonated beverages contain caffeine, which, as we've discussed, stimulates the bladder and increases urine output. Second, the carbonation itself, those tiny bubbles, can irritate the lining of the bladder in some people, especially if the bladder is already sensitive due to age, prostate changes, or other health factors. This irritation can lead to an increased urge to go, even if your bladder isn't full. Third, sodas often contain artificial sweeteners, acidic ingredients, or chemical preservatives, which can also be bladder irritants. Ingredients like aspartame, saccharin, or even citrus flavorings can make your bladder more active and less relaxed. So, what can you do instead? You don't have to give up bubbly drinks entirely. But here are a few options to try. Choose non-carbonated beverages in the evening, like still water or herbal tea. If you enjoy sparkling water, look for versions without caffeine, citric acid, or artificial sweeteners. Pay attention to how your body responds. Your experience matters more than any label. It's all about balance. A simple switch to a gentler drink in the evening might reduce bladder irritation and help you stay asleep longer. Because, in the end, what you drink in the hours before bed can make all the difference between a night of broken sleep and a full, peaceful rest. And that's a gift you deserve, not just once in a while, but every night. Now let's spend a little more time talking about something many of us enjoy every day: citrus juices. You might think of a fresh glass of orange juice in the morning, or maybe a refreshing lemonade on a warm afternoon. These drinks are delicious, packed with vitamin C, and often associated with good health. But when it comes to getting a good night's sleep without interruptions, citrus juices can sometimes be a bit tricky. Here's why: citrus juices, including orange, grapefruit, lemon, and lime juice, are highly acidic. This acidity, while good for some aspects of health, can cause irritation to the lining of your bladder. Imagine your bladder as a soft balloon. If it's exposed to something acidic, it can become a little inflamed or irritated. When your bladder gets irritated, it becomes more sensitive to even small amounts of urine. That means it sends stronger "I need to go" signals to your brain. So even if your bladder isn't full, you might still feel an urgent need to get up and use the bathroom. For men over 60, this effect can be even more noticeable. As we age, changes in prostate health and the bladder itself can make it more sensitive. So, what might not have caused much trouble when you were younger could now be enough to disrupt your sleep. That doesn't mean you need to give up citrus juices forever. Not at all. The key is timing and moderation. Try to enjoy your favorite citrus drinks earlier in the day, like having that glass of orange juice with breakfast. This way, your body has plenty of time to process it well before bedtime. If you love having a juice in the evening, you might consider switching to something with lower acidity, such as apple juice, pear juice, or even some herbal teas. These options are generally gentler on the bladder. Also, keep an eye on how your body reacts. Everyone is different, and paying attention to your own signals can help you find what works best for you. Making small, thoughtful changes in what you drink can make a big difference in how often you wake up at night. And better sleep means more energy and a brighter day ahead. So, by simply shifting when and what you drink, you can give your bladder a bit of a break, and yourself the gift of a peaceful, uninterrupted night's rest. Another group of foods to consider are those high in salt and sodium. We all know salt adds flavor and can make meals more enjoyable. But consuming too much salt, especially in the evening, can have an impact on how your body handles fluids. Here's how it works. When you eat salty foods, your body holds onto water to balance out the salt levels in your bloodstream. This might sound like it would mean less bathroom trips. After all, you're holding on to fluid, right? But what actually happens is a bit different. The next day, your body will try to get rid of that extra water it's been holding onto. This leads to increased urine production, sometimes several hours after the salty meal. If you ate a salty dinner late in the evening, this could mean more trips to the bathroom overnight. For men over 60, who may already have changes in kidney function and bladder sensitivity, this effect can be even more noticeable. To help reduce nighttime bathroom trips, try to limit salty snacks, processed foods, canned soups, and fast food, especially in the evening. Instead, focus on fresh, whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, which provide nutrients without excess salt. Reducing salt intake isn't about giving up tasty food. It's about choosing meals that support your overall health and help you enjoy more restful nights. Small changes, like swapping salty chips for a handful of nuts or fresh veggies, can make a big difference over time. Remember, the goal is comfort and better sleep, and every healthy choice you make is a step in that direction. Now, let's talk about something very important but often overlooked: how much and when you drink fluids in the evening. Staying well hydrated is essential for your overall health, especially as we get older. Drinking enough water during the day helps your kidneys work properly, supports healthy digestion, keeps your joints flexible, and even helps your skin stay healthy. So, hydration is definitely not something you want to cut back on. But here's the key: timing matters just as much as quantity. If you drink a lot of fluids right before bedtime, your bladder will fill up quickly. That means you're likely to wake up multiple times during the night with the urgent need to urinate. And this interrupts the deep, restful sleep your body needs to recharge. For men over 60, this can be even more challenging. Age-related changes can reduce your bladder's capacity, meaning it can't hold as much urine comfortably. Plus, the muscles that control urination may not work as efficiently as they used to. That combination can turn a full bladder into a frequent nighttime problem. So, how can you manage this? One helpful strategy is to spread your fluid intake throughout the day. Drink plenty of water in the morning and afternoon to stay hydrated, but start cutting back in the evening. Aim to have your last glass of water or any other non-caffeinated, non-alcoholic drink at least 1 to 2 hours before you plan to go to bed. This gives your body time to process the fluids and empty your bladder before you lie down to sleep. It's important to note that this doesn't mean you should drink less overall. The goal is not to become dehydrated, which can cause its own health problems. Instead, it's about drinking smarter, with attention to when you drink as well as how much. Some men find it helpful to keep a water bottle nearby during the day and set reminders to drink regularly, but to taper off as evening approaches. By making this small change, you can reduce the number of times you need to get up at night, enjoy longer stretches of uninterrupted sleep, and wake up feeling more refreshed. Remember, your body deserves this kind of gentle care. It's about working with your natural rhythms and needs, not against them. Taking control of your fluid intake timing is a simple but powerful way to improve your nights and your days. Let's take a closer look at a category of drinks that many people reach for, especially when trying to reduce sugar or calories: artificially sweetened beverages. These include diet sodas, sugar-free iced teas, zero-calorie, energy drinks, and other drinks sweetened with artificial sweeteners like aspartame, saccharin, sucralose, and acesulfame potassium. They might seem like a healthier choice compared to sugary sodas, especially if you're watching your weight, managing blood sugar, or trying to avoid extra calories. However, there's something important to know. For some people, these artificial sweeteners can irritate the bladder. What does that mean? When the bladder lining gets irritated, it can become more sensitive and reactive, sending stronger signals to your brain that it's time to empty your bladder, even if it's not very full. This irritation can lead to increased urinary urgency, the feeling that you have to go right away, and frequency, having to go more often, including nighttime trips to the bathroom that disrupt your sleep. Not everyone experiences these effects. Some people tolerate artificial sweeteners just fine. But if you notice a connection between drinking these diet or sugar-free beverages and waking up frequently at night to urinate, it might be a sign to reconsider. Here are some tips to help reduce bladder irritation related to these drinks. Try replacing artificially sweetened beverages with water, plain, sparkling without additives, or infused with fresh fruit slices for flavor. Herbal teas, like chamomile or peppermint, can be soothing and bladder-friendly options. Naturally flavored waters without chemical sweeteners are another good choice. The goal is to find drinks that hydrate without causing irritation. Listening carefully to how your body responds to different drinks is a powerful tool. When you pay attention, you can start to make choices that help you sleep better and feel more comfortable throughout the day. Remember, small changes can lead to big improvements in your quality of life. By adjusting your beverage choices, you're giving your bladder a little peace, and yourself a chance for more restful, uninterrupted sleep. Now, let's take a moment to discuss something that often gets overlooked but can have a significant impact on your nighttime comfort and overall urinary health: medications and supplements. As we grow older, it's very common to be prescribed medications to manage various health conditions such as high blood pressure, diabetes, heart problems, arthritis, or even sleep disorders. Many people also choose to take dietary supplements, like vitamins or herbal remedies, hoping to support their health naturally. While these treatments are important and can greatly improve quality of life, some of them may have side effects that affect your bladder or increase how often you need to urinate, especially at night. For example, diuretics, often called water pills, are frequently prescribed to help reduce fluid buildup in the body, especially for conditions like high blood pressure or heart failure. These medications increase urine production by prompting your kidneys to remove more salt and water. While they help manage your condition, they can also cause more frequent bathroom trips, including waking up during the night. Certain blood pressure medications, like ACE inhibitors or beta blockers, can also affect kidney function or fluid balance. This might lead to changes in how your body processes fluids and urine, potentially increasing nighttime urination. Some over-the-counter supplements, particularly high doses of vitamin C, can acidify your urine and irritate your bladder. Similarly, certain herbal supplements, such as those containing caffeine or ingredients that stimulate the bladder, might make you feel the urge to urinate more often. It's important to recognize these effects and communicate openly with your healthcare provider. If you notice that after starting a new medication or supplement you are waking up more frequently at night, make sure to bring this up during your next appointment. Your doctor can often adjust the dosage, suggest alternative medications, or provide strategies to manage these side effects. Never stop or change your medications without consulting your healthcare professional, as doing so could have serious consequences. Keeping a simple medication diary, noting what you take and when, alongside your bathroom habits, can be a powerful tool. This information helps your doctor understand your situation better and tailor your treatment to suit your needs. By actively participating in your healthcare, you're empowering yourself to achieve not only better bladder control but also improved sleep and overall well-being. Remember, managing medications and supplements thoughtfully is a key part of taking care of your body, especially when it comes to peaceful, restorative nights. Let's take a closer look at caffeine, something many of us rely on daily to kickstart the morning or keep energy levels up during the afternoon. Caffeine is a natural stimulant found in coffee, tea, some sodas, energy drinks, and even certain medications. It's well known for its ability to improve focus, alertness, and mood. However, when it comes to bladder health and nighttime comfort, caffeine can sometimes be a bit of a double-edged sword. One important effect of caffeine is that it acts as a mild diuretic. This means it encourages your kidneys to produce more urine, increasing the volume of fluid your bladder needs to hold. Additionally, caffeine can directly stimulate the bladder muscles, causing a sensation of urgency, that feeling you need to rush to the bathroom. For men over 60, who may already have changes in bladder capacity or sensitivity, these effects can be more noticeable. Consuming caffeine late in the day can increase the likelihood of waking up multiple times at night to urinate, which disrupts the restorative sleep your body needs. So, what can you do? Here are some practical tips to enjoy caffeine while reducing its impact on nighttime bathroom trips. Limit caffeine intake later in the day. Try to have your last caffeinated drink at least 6 hours before bedtime. For example, if you usually go to bed around 10 p.m., avoid caffeine after 4 p.m. Consider switching to decaffeinated coffee or tea in the afternoon and evening. These options provide the comforting ritual and flavor without the stimulating effects. Try herbal teas like chamomile or peppermint in the evening, which are naturally caffeine-free and can help relax your body and mind. Stay well hydrated with water throughout the day. Drinking water helps dilute your urine and flush your system, which may reduce bladder irritation. Remember, caffeine itself is not bad. It has many benefits, and most people can enjoy it safely. The key is timing and moderation. Being mindful of when and how much caffeine you consume can help protect your sleep quality and reduce nighttime interruptions. By making small adjustments in your caffeine habits, you can support better bladder comfort and enjoy deeper, more restful sleep, waking up refreshed and ready for the day. Let's now explore a simple but highly effective way to support your bladder health and reduce those frequent nighttime bathroom trips: regular physical activity. Exercise is often associated with managing weight or improving heart health, but it also plays a crucial role in keeping your entire body working smoothly, including the muscles that control your bladder. As men age, changes in muscle tone and strength are natural, and this includes the muscles in the pelvic floor. These muscles act like a supportive hammock, holding up your bladder and helping control when and how you urinate. When the pelvic floor muscles weaken, it can lead to urinary urgency, frequency, and sometimes leakage. But the good news is that these muscles can be strengthened at any age with targeted exercises. Pelvic floor muscle training, commonly known as Kegel exercises, involves contracting and relaxing these muscles regularly. It's a simple routine you can do almost anywhere, anytime, no special equipment needed. Over weeks and months, consistent practice can help. Increase your bladder control. Reduce the urgency to urinate. And decrease the number of nighttime trips to the bathroom. Beyond targeted pelvic exercises, staying physically active in general is incredibly beneficial. Activities such as walking, swimming, biking, gardening, or gentle stretching help improve blood flow, maintain a healthy weight, and keep your body's systems balanced. Physical activity also has a positive impact on your sleep. Being active during the day can help you fall asleep faster and experience deeper, more restorative sleep cycles. This means you're less likely to wake up multiple times at night, including for bathroom trips. If you're new to exercise or have existing health concerns, it's always best to talk with your healthcare provider before starting a new routine. They can help tailor a plan that suits your abilities and needs. Remember, even small amounts of movement every day, like a short walk or a few stretches, can add up to significant improvements in bladder function and overall wellness. By making regular physical activity part of your lifestyle, you're empowering yourself to enjoy better bladder control, improved sleep quality, and a higher quality of life. As we come to the final part of our conversation, it's important to take a moment to reflect on the many small but meaningful steps you can take to ease those frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom and enhance your overall quality of life. First, remember this: frequent urination at night is not simply an unavoidable part of aging. Instead, It is your body's way of signaling that something deserves your attention. It's a message that your bladder, prostate, or other aspects of your health might need a little extra care. By becoming aware of the foods and drinks that can irritate your bladder, such as caffeine, alcohol, and artificial sweeteners, and choosing to limit or avoid them, you are actively helping your bladder stay calm, comfortable, and less reactive. This change alone can bring significant relief. Managing your fluid intake thoughtfully, especially in the hours leading up to bedtime, allows your body to prepare for a night of uninterrupted rest. Drinking plenty of fluids during the day ensures you stay hydrated, while reducing evening intake helps prevent those frustrating bathroom interruptions. Incorporating regular physical activity into your routine, including targeted pelvic floor exercises, strengthens the muscles that support your bladder. These exercises can improve your ability to hold urine longer and reduce sudden urges, making a real difference in your daily life. Understanding how your medications and supplements may affect your urinary system is equally important. Working closely with your healthcare provider to review and adjust treatments ensures your medications support your comfort and well-being, rather than cause unnecessary side effects. Above all, approach these changes with patience, kindness, and self-care. Progress may take time, and some days may seem harder than others. But every positive choice you make is a step toward better health, more restful nights, and more energy during the day. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. Millions of men face similar challenges, and by taking these thoughtful steps, you are joining a community of people who are striving to live well and comfortably. Now I want to hear from you. How often do nighttime bathroom trips disrupt your sleep, or someone you know? Share it in the comments. I read every single one, and your story could help others who are dealing with the same struggle. If today's video gave you even one useful tip, give it a thumbs up so others can find it, and make sure to subscribe to Senior Longevity Tips. Here, you'll find daily advice that helps men over 60 sleep better, feel stronger, and live healthier every single day. We speak honestly and respectfully about everything that really matters in the second half of life, from nutrition and physical activity to emotional balance, financial stability, relationships, and even new beginnings, including divorce, self-realization, and finding joy after change. Here you will find not only facts but also support, experience, community, and a deep respect for your life path. Before we wrap up, I want to thank you for taking action, for caring about your health, and for proving that getting better sleep after 60 is possible. Thank you so much for taking this time to learn and take care of yourself. With awareness, support, and perseverance, brighter and more restful nights are truly achievable. I wish you restful sleep, renewed strength, and a joyful, bright life every day. Until next time, sleep well, stay strong, and take care of yourself.